Yo, it's your boy Yappa, man. Welcome back to another episode of the, neighborhood couch. You know what I'm saying? We welcome you back, man. Me and my man T, Big T.
What's going on? What's going on?
How you doing, baby? How you feeling, man?
I'm doing good, man. Just happy to be here.
Happy to be here. We gotta give you a round of applause for being happy to be here, man.
Yes.
What? Oh shoot, that's not it. That's not it. I fucked up. Wait. We gotta give you a round of applause for being here. Let me see. Right here.
I like that.
Yeah. Welcome aboard, man. Yo, so you said, all right. How was your week, man?
Week is going pretty good. It's always busy, schooling and all that. But
Yeah.
It's going good though. Trying to find the joy
Yeah.
through all the hard work. So
Y'all closing out, right? Y'all closing out?
yeah, we on our last few weeks, so this is like crunch time right now for all of us. So.
Okay. That's what's up, man. Yo, I went to the fashion show.
Yes.
The fashion show this weekend.
How was the fashion show?
Fashion show was good, bro. I gotta say, Buff State.
We do our thing, man. That's what we known for. I feel like is fashion. Everybody at that school fly, so we was gonna show out.
You know what? I agree with you on that.
You was definitely impressed.
I was.
Yes.
I was very impressed, man. The set, like the setup was really nice.
Very
like
nice.
They did a great job with that. You know what I'm saying? The models, the designers, everything was really. I was impressed, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the best fashion shows I've been to in the city
Yep.
since I've been here.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I know we used to do like Black Explosion back in our days, but that right there was different, bro. Yeah. And I had the VIP, my man Billy. Just give a shout out to Billy Esco, man, Uptown Chase, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hooked me up with the VIP seatings. I gotta say, I had a good time.
Yeah, it was very nice. You know what? The set design for the runway actually kind of gave me it kind of reminded me of Kanye shit from last year when he did the Balenciaga joint.
Yeah,
It kind
facts.
of gave me that feel. I feel like that's the feel that they was going for this one. But it was very nice, though. It turned out very nice.
It was very nice.
I enjoyed myself. I was there as well.
Yeah, you was. Yes, you was, man.
I
You
wasn't saying VIP, though, but
It's all good. It's
all
I
good, though.
You know what? I think we was all VIPs in that building.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know what I'm saying?
I
You had to leave early though. You didn't even
Yes,
stay.
Yeah.
You had to
But
leave
the
early.
seats that I had was good, though. I had a good view.
Yeah.
I enjoyed myself.
You know what, bro? I wish you was down there with me with your camera,
Yeah.
cause I was ready for some flicks.
Yeah, I couldn't have been pressed though, cause I had to talk to the lady that created the fashion show. I had to talk to her earlier last week, but I didn't get the chance to cause I was so busy.
Okay.
But yeah, if I definitely would have talked to her, I would have definitely been pressed for sure and took everybody pictures.
Next year, I'm sure you're gonna be returning to partake in those things.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah. But another thing that I wanna actually address. There's another fashion show this weekend, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who's that?
It's my boy Pete. He actually a Buff State alumni. He was a fashion major as well.
Okay.
He's having his own fashion show this weekend.
Okay.
So yeah, it's from Saturday. It's Saturday 7 to 9. So
Okay.
if your schedule is clear that day,
Yeah.
show love.
You know what? I might pull up, man.
Yeah.
Cause I know Musa is gonna pull up.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to him about it. I think a couple of days ago. So I know you've been telling me about it. You're actually gonna be shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there working.
Yeah. That's what's up, man.
It's gonna be lit.
It's bro. You've been busy.
Yeah, man. I actually love it, man. This is like my new life now. And I'm meeting so many people now. It's like shit is fire. Like.
That's what's up, man. Yo, congrats, man.
Yeah, it's only up from here.
It's
for
only
me,
up.
I feel like
Yo, the photo shoot that you did what was it last weekend?
last
Or
week,
was it during the week?
the living proof joint.
No, not the living proof.
Yes.
Yo, thank you for that, man.
Appreciate it.
Definitely appreciate the love for that. Thank you, man. I don't know, man. Thanks a lot.
Yes.
Thanks to the model. What's her name?
My homegirl Talia.
Talia. Thank
Shout
you,
out to
Talia. Shout out to Talia.
You know what I'm saying?
She actually walked the Buff State show as well.
Yes.
So that
she
was
walked
fire.
for Chase.
Yeah, she's
and a few other designers.
Yeah, that's fire, man. That's fire. That's really good, man.
Yes.
Congrats to all the young creatives and the person that won the first place as well.
Mm-hmm. He was actually like the first black person to win it.
Word.
First black designer to win the fashion show doing streetwear clothes.
That's fire.
So that was like major. Everybody at school was talking about how big of an accomplishment that is, because
that's good, man.
He was
That's
the first
good.
to do it.
Yo, you know what? Round of applause to the young boy,
yes,
man.
most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? To the young boy. You know, he's going to be great. And the fashion school, they raised a lot of money, too, which was good. It was good to be a part of.
Yeah.
Very good to be a part
Buff
of.
State always raise money for their fashion stuff.
Yo, but like, bro, all right. So we know the fashion business is a very competitive field, right? You get up and you see somebody else is starting a clothing line, right? And that's where everything in life, right? Everybody's doing it. You're not the first person that's gonna be, that's gonna start it, right? Sure. Somebody's been there. Like, the question I have is like, how do you know what I'm saying? How do you get to that point where you're not envious, right? If you're at a very early stage of your career or of you trying to pursue your dreams, goals, and ideas, right? How do you build yourself in a way where you don't become envious of the people that are already at the pinnacle, right? So like, how do you build like a strong mindset? Because if you don't have a strong mindset, you can end up giving up, sure. Right? So like, what are some of the ways, man? I want us to discuss that. I want us to discuss like, what are some of the ways, you can build yourself up as far as like having a strong mindset to continue to pursue, your goals, dreams, and ideas. Like what are some things that, you would say, help you build a strong mindset to continue going?
Some of the things that would help build a strong mindset is, for me, is being around like positive influences, and picking up like good habits and staying encouraged and staying motivated to continue to do what I need to do, and also staying like consistent too. Yeah, because like in any field of work, any profession, like you gotta have hard work, you gotta have that work ethic, no matter what you do. So I feel like that's important, especially like when it comes to like having a strong mindset with anything that you want to tackle in life. You gotta tackle it head on and stay positive. You know what I'm saying? Like, have good people around you that's gonna encourage you and uplift you. So that's my take on it.
Yeah, that's fire, man. That's fire. I definitely agree with that, because like the young creatives we saw this weekend. I'm sure getting ready for a fashion show is not.
It's not easy.
It's not easy, right? Takes a lot of work. Takes a long time. So you got to find ways to like empower yourself through the journey. You got to find ways to stay consistent. You know what I'm saying? Because having a strong mindset, because like sometimes I feel like people look at it as like, oh, you just got to have a strong mindset. So you got to like, if you listen to motivational videos, then that's going to give you a strong mindset or whatever the case may be. Having a strong mindset is basically been like, I feel like it's doing the things. It's doing something every day that you don't, even if you don't feel like doing it, right? So like having an agent that's gonna override those emotions, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's a part of it. And if you can build that, or if you can create that, I think you're on your way to something. Right. And I see that in you, you know what I'm saying? Like you pull up, you do what you say you're gonna do. You know what I mean? Regardless if it's raining or snowing or whatever the case may be. If you say, yo, G, I'm gonna do this, you do it. So I think that's a good characteristic to have, as an entrepreneur, as a man, and just as a person in the world who's trying to, achieve their goals, dreams, and ideas, man. Right. Yeah, man. So, I think that's a good thing. That's a good characteristic to develop as a person. You know what I mean? One of the other questions I have here is like, and that goes hand in hand, man. Like what are some of the ways you would say are, the best way, not the best way, but some of the ways overall to achieve goals? You know what I mean? Like, how do you achieve your goals? When you set your goals, how do you go about achieving them?
That's a good question. Well, first, any goal that you want to achieve, like, well, for me, like, I like to start small. Yeah. I like to start knocking down small goals first before I get to my big goals, because small goals matter as well. Like, I feel like when it comes to you trying to achieve your big goals that you have in life, like, it'll help when you knocking down the small goals. It'll help like in the long run because now you have like that, like the good habits and the consistency in the work, that
the momentum,
that you had doing the small goals. So now when it's time for you to achieve the big goals, you got experience, you know what to do, and it's just gonna help in the long run. So I feel like no matter what goal that you like want to achieve in life, like always gotta have that work ethic. Like that work ethic is what's gonna hold you down when like talent fails to work. That's a quote that I picked up. It goes by hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. And I kind of live by that because it's facts. Like, you know, that's definitely like something that's gonna help with me personally, like in the long run.
Yeah,
with my goals. So
that goes for discipline. Like, you know what I mean? If you want to go about achieving, you know, your goals, you gotta have discipline. You gotta be motivated. Yeah. Like listen to motivational videos and tapes and podcasts. But like when it comes down to like that morning when you wake up and you don't feel like doing it, I think discipline is what's gonna kick in, not motivation, because you're not motivated at that time.
Right.
So all you're gonna fall back on is discipline. And I feel like that's one of the ways to, you know, achieve your goals. Another way is like to break it down. You know what I'm saying? Break it down in increments. Mm-hmm. Right? So if you say you want to build let's say a YouTube page, like what are the greatest YouTubers out there, right? Like who's one of the greatest YouTubers in your eyes?
One of the YouTubers that I be watching now is I watch Kai Cenat. He like a YouTuber streamer. Yeah, he do a lot of good things. Yeah, I like his content.
Okay,
you know.
Yeah.
And I remember he started from the bottom up.
Right.
But you could see his progress. That was work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That wasn't some shit that happened overnight. Like,
exactly.
So that kind of, I feel like for like the young people that want to do YouTube after him, like, they gotta have that work.
You gotta have that work ethic.
They see his growth.
Yeah.
And they want to hop in that same lane, that same field of work. You gotta have that work. So
you gotta have that work. And then like, how do you get that work, right? Because people are like, how do I get that work? All right, so now you got this. Where we come to the increments. You got to break it down in increments, right? You got to say, all right, I don't know nothing about YouTube. Oh, and this applies to anything across the board. I don't know nothing about this field or whatever the case may be, right? All right, but I do know where I can go and get cameras. I do know where I can start, right? Or I do have an iPhone, right? So I'm gonna master this iPhone on how to like shoot videos on this iPhone, right? Then after you do that, then you can say, all right, I'm going to master or I'm going to research on how to upload it on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? This is just from the ground level, like just like acting as if like we know nothing about the technology, right? And then you go from there, you're like, all right, how can I monetize? Or, okay, what are some topics I can talk about? What are some things I can do? You got to like go increments. You got to break it down into increments. And then every time you achieve something, you want to celebrate. You want to do a little bit of celebration, right? And that award system have to kick in. That's gonna keep you going. Because if you just look at the end result, you just go like, I wanna have this great YouTube channel, and that's all you focus on. Then when you start hitting like these obstacles, you're gonna give up because you're gonna feel like, damn, I'm never getting there.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you gotta put in that grind work. Those small things gotta be first of all, they gotta be celebrated.
Yeah, definitely celebrate the small wins for sure.
Celebrate the small wins, man. Yo, what kind of do you what are some ways that you celebrate the small wins?
I like to go out with my friends.
Go out with your friends?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll go out. We'll go out. We'll go eat.
Yeah.
Talk. Cause I don't really see them much. We all be busy, so.
Yeah.
I like to kick it with them sometimes.
That's a good way to celebrate the small wins, man.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, you can celebrate the small wins any kind of way, right? Like for me, like the way I'll celebrate my small wins is like, I would take like 2 hours of watching Netflix. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because I don't have a TV in my crib.
Right.
So I be on the computer, but I don't be watching no entertainment. So like I just be like, I'm either checking emails or like, you know, Alibaba or like, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing work. Like, so to celebrate my small wins, I would say like I would go on YouTube and watch YouTube for like 2 hours, or not YouTube, Netflix.
Right.
Yeah. Or like I'll go get tacos or something, like we were just talking about. Like I'll go get tacos, or I would just relax for like 2 hours or something, man. Like that's my celebration. So like, you know, the celebration doesn't have to be
something major.
Something major.
I just started celebrating my small wins. I wasn't always that type of person.
Nah.
I always felt like I didn't deserve it.
Yo, that's facts, bro. I was like, yo, that's good. Good thing you brought it. I was like that.
I always was like, man, like I'm not where I want to be right now. What's the point of me even celebrating? Like,
Yo,
it was like, yo, I'm not gonna celebrate until I become successful.
right.
But
And then
it's such a long journey. You got to
Right.
celebrate the small wins, and that's
Right.
something that I realized like like recently.
right.
You know,
And then what is success? Success. I feel like success is
it's different for
process.
everybody.
It's the process. Success is the product. The reward is in the process, right? Because once you get to the finish line, you're like, all right, what's next? Because like the process is what's gonna make you who you're gonna become.
True.
You know what I mean? And the finish line is just to say, all right, you're done. Now you have to cross this off your list and you have to start something else, right? It's never ending. But I was definitely like that though. I used to be like that. I never used to like celebrate in any kind of way. I would just like go.
Right.
And my sister actually was the one that sat me down. She was like, yo,
You need to chill. You need to relax.
yeah, you need to enjoy a little bit.
Yeah.
Like enjoy the fruit of your labor. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And I was like, all right. And then now she's like, you enjoying too much. Now she's like, you're enjoying too much. You know what I'm saying? Like
It be like that. You know?
yeah, like what country are you going to again? Like when? Like where was you?
But that's a good feeling though.
Yeah.
When you start enjoying the fruits of your labor, you like, damn, like
Facts.
that could be success for other people.
Yeah.
Or like, yo, man, like traveling,
Yeah.
such a blessing.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't really never get the advantage to travel or never get
Facts.
the pleasure to do that. So
Facts.
that's a big win right there.
Facts. I'm definitely appreciative, man. I'm definitely like I'm full with abundance and gratitude, man. I'm definitely happy for that. Like that I'm able to do that. Like and just happy overall for health, man. Every day I wake up and I'm just grateful for like just for my sight, for my legs and my fingers to be able to work. You know what I'm saying? Just being grateful for all those things. Like I think is a part of it, and that's you know that it's a part of life, right? I would say it's a part of life, but yeah, man, celebrating the small wins doesn't have to be you spending a whole bunch of money. I think it should literally be like even you picking up the phone and calling your one of your family members across the world and saying, hey man, I'm just calling to chop it up. That could be a great celebration for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think like you know celebrating the small wins is important on your way to your finish line, and success is in the making. Like I feel like anybody who sets their mind up to achieve something is already successful.
Most definitely.
You feel me? So it's all in the mind. It's in the mind first before you can really bring it to fruition. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, with that being said, man, another thing I want to touch on is like, how do you implement, right? How do you implement leadership? How can someone be a leader? How can someone become a leader? Because like we hear that word all the time, right? We hear those words, man. You gotta be a leader. You should be a leader. Or that person is a leader. That person is a great leader. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's a really good question.
Yeah. What are characteristics? What do you have to do to be a leader?
Take risks.
Take risks. You got to take a whole bunch of risks.
I feel like that could be a characteristic.
That's a good characteristic. Take
You gotta
risks.
be a risk taker. Because if you're a risk taker, that shows a little bit of leadership skill. I feel like.
What if you take the risk and you don't succeed?
Well then, you took the risk.
Does that make you a leader?
It could show you. You could be a leader because you showed how brave you were.
Facts. But if you show your bravery, right, and you do not succeed, do people follow you? Who wants to associate with a loser?
But think about it. A lot of successful people have failed.
Yeah.
And succeeded. So it's about how you bounce back. Adversity.
Okay, so you're saying
because you're not gonna succeed off rip. You're gonna have to fail a few times, but it's about how you respond to that.
Okay.
That shows leadership skills.
All right.
Because then that shows discipline and that shows work ethic.
Facts.
You know. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So taking risk, bouncing back, not giving up, is like those are some characteristics. Okay, I would agree. I think, but I think everybody's a leader, though.
I think so.
I think if you're a human being on this planet that interact with other human beings or have ever been in a position to encourage somebody else to do something, or, and I use this word very like, because the word can be used in multiple ways, like manipulate somebody to do something. I feel like you're a leader, right? Like, and anybody who communicates overall with in society is a leader. Now, how do you like amplify those characteristics and those skills? I think that's another thing, right? But everybody's a leader and everybody's capable of like
doing anything they put their mind into.
Right, do anything to put their minds to.
Yeah.
But like I said earlier, that mindset have to be stronger than your emotions.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have that agent to like override the emotions.
Most definitely.
When you feel as though you feel like giving up, right?
But even with the leadership skills, like, well, being a true leader, like, when someone sees that, they can get inspired. Because like facts. You said, like, everyone is a leader, or everyone are born leaders, but a lot of people don't know that.
True.
A lot of people don't really know that they're leaders. So when they see a true leader, they can feel inspired.
Yeah.
And like have that inside themselves too. Like, yo, he or she is a leader. I'm a leader too.
Yeah.
He or she's doing good things. I could do that too.
Facts.
But it's all about like what you see and like how you feel when you see it. I feel like.
Yeah.
Because then that could be the thing that grows the leadership inside of you that you didn't know you had.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
and then
that could be another thing.
Being able to, a leader should be able to motivate people.
Most definitely.
Right? And also celebrate people. See, a leader, you have to be able to motivate people and celebrate people. And then you also have to be able to task people, give them tasks, and let them improvise, right? Don't be like just on top of them, like, oh, no, do like this. Nah, let them improvise and let them feel as though they came up with this solution or this ideas or whatever the case would be, right? Because that just gave them the freedom to continue to grow. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? As a leader, that's what I feel like that's what you need to, that should be a characteristic that you have to instill in people. Like, and you have to know how to talk to people. You have to know how to talk to people. You have to know how to, you have to be very careful with your words and your word choices and how you move, man. Because like people are, one thing I know, right? Nobody give a fuck about anybody. But I say that very loosely.
It's a cold world.
Bro, everybody give a fuck about them. People care so much about themselves, bro. So like when you're speaking to somebody and the moment you say something that they don't like, that rubs them wrong, they get in defense mode. Yeah. So as a leader, you have to keep that in mind. You have to know, like, all right,
everyone's emotions are different.
Everyone's emotions are different. Yeah. Everybody's emotional, and everybody, the first person to give a fuck about is themselves. Mm-hmm. Nigga, if a fucking, like, for example, right? If we hear like gunshots, do I turn to you and go, yo, duck? Nah, I'm ducking.
At that point, every man for themselves.
Exactly. Everybody care about themselves, bro. Everybody feel like.
But some situations, I feel like.
No, but I'm saying in a way like everybody care about themselves because like, and that's fine. That's totally fine, right? Everybody care about themselves and everybody feel like they're the most important person on the planet. So when you start to like, when you say you want to be in a leadership position and you want to motivate people to follow you or to accomplish something as a group, you have to keep that in mind that everybody, the number one thing they care about most is themselves, right? Yo, bro, research have shown that like if you meet a person, right? If you meet a person for the first time and you ask them for their name and the person go, oh, my name is Mike, right? And you remember that name. And say 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes later when everything is over with and you're leaving and you walk up to bro and you go, yo, Mike, it was nice meeting you, right? Do you know like the likelihood of Mike remembering you and remembering your name is like literally higher than any other percentage of him remembering anybody else in that room who didn't like remember his name. Because like he feel like he's the most important person.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you remembering a person's name make them feel special, bro.
Right.
Just remembering their name.
No, that's true.
So, you know what I'm saying? As a leader, like you gotta, like, there's so many things you have to take into consideration. And I think once you start to get those things down packed, I think it becomes very easy to, you know, accomplish the goal that you want to accomplish as far as like cohesively as a group, as a team, you know. You can't take yourself too serious. You can't, you gotta be very, you can't get upset too quick. You know what I mean? And if you do, you have to express it in a way where it doesn't feel like you're attacking the individual, but yet educating them, you know what I'm saying, in a very, you know, non-confrontational way, you know. And I feel like it goes a long way, you know, as a leader. People respect you more, and people trust you more.
You control your emotions.
Yeah.
Good leaders control their emotions.
Right. So yeah, Brody. I feel like those are some characteristics, man, to like, you know, add to the pack.
Most definitely.
You feel me? But yeah, bro, do you have anything else you wanted to add to it before we, like, you know, go to some other?
I feel like you touched on everything, you know.
Right?
You always on some educational, which I be picking up a lot of knowledge, so which is very helpful. Appreciate you for that.
Okay, so yeah, man, thank you guys so much for being on the couch with us, man. We have some technical difficulties, so T had to go in the back real quick to check on the cameras. But hey, it's your boy Yappa, man. Check us out on all the platform. Podcast dropping soon. Listen, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one. You heard?